License 8YNC992, and this is the fake sun that, as you pay attention while I'm under the structure of the entrance, the fake sun is catty corner to that entrance. It moves as I move, as I progress. And this is where this is the fat double chin, the curse womb, the fat Caucasian female that is stalking and stalking with Starbucks. Well, Starbucks is stalking, but I mean to say Stater Brothers. Starbucks is a relevant position as well. But this is about Stater Brothers, the venue, and this is why you're prosecuting venues that are facilitating violence. Violence that's committed in furtherance of murder. This third party right here is creating light activity. It's not the sun that they're walking under. This is the intentional maintenance of activity while this third party is targeting me inside of the store. This is how you know that these are demons. This is not just a fat, unattractive, lonely, and demonic female. This is a demon-possessed person that is targeting me with regard to the impossible light activity that's shooting inside of the store, which I've captured on video. That's exactly what happens when this third party, this serial stalker, who is very heavily documented, asking me questions about whether I'm recording. This is the mental illness. She's going to be subject to mental examinations. And so is every employee. People like Salvador Gomez gang stalking me with her while the entity is pacing in and out. Strangers walking into the grocery store, engaging in the pattern of conduct together. This is the entity that knows exactly who you, that knowledge is proven through that this would be the sun. It's currently 7:15 a.m. The fake sun is over me in the same parking lot at 10 o'clock in the morning. This is why every license plate in this parking lot was already documented. This is Engineer Light. That's on the asphalt, and she is indeed targeting, and this is a psychopath who's engaged in targeting me now. As I walk outside of the entrance to get another grocery cart, the entity is engaged in what is harassment. The broken grocery carts is a means of monitoring. So this is what's put in front of me as I switch them out, try to get a functioning grocery cart. And for example, I go to the restroom, I come out and it's another one that's broken. That's a means of activity creation as it's making noise, as it's crooked and whatnot. That's sensational activity. They're monitoring as I'm walking through the store while like license 8YNC992 are stalking inside of the store while staring at the merchandise. That's a psychopath. All right, this is P.O.C. She's going to prison, okay? But she's gang stalked with everybody else, okay? That's why you're buying groceries in the engineered environment. This is the Nephilim. Demons don't have a race. Old dirty bastards of all races are stalking. And they're engaging in vagina monitoring. This is bathroom monitoring documentation of that. This is P.O.C. Now you're going to recall what Salvador Gomez is saying on my podcast, and then you're going to juxtapose that with the environment, where he's targeting me with those that are customers. That's the federal RICO case, and that's also a criminal case against Salvador, against the third parties that are gang stalking, against the U.S. government, that are the people of the state as well. All right, that's crossing the path, light activity. This is 717, and Ontario, that is indeed stalking in the sky space. P.O.C. I just want to document that. The entity is maintaining impossible light on the inside of the store where when you're driving by, what I've already shown you, this is an outside vantage point. There's no sunlight that's shooting inside of the store. They're demons, and they know exactly who I am while the surveillance in the parking lot. This is surveillance because of the fake sun engineered environment. Nobody looks normal. Nobody's doing anything. Nobody's minding their business. This is the entity that's what is the pattern of conduct, and it's public corruption. And you're not free to engage in any of that without a warrant of probable cause and a legitimate interest. Okay, that's the impossible light activity of a demon. P.O.C. he's gang stalking with his partner. She's going based on the threat that she poses, monitoring me, stalking me, as though a stalker is going to get away with that and then harass you while you document them stalking. And you are indeed stalking. P.O.C. Currently 7:18 a.m. All right, remember 7:15 a.m. I'm at THEPOC on HOLT Boulevard. This is not that. This is crossing path light activity. Stater Brothers employees are gang stalking and furtherance of murder. Light activity. They're stalking in the path. They get out and walk to the entrance with regard to monitoring me. And they're doing it with the customers. These are demons. Okay, that's the P.O.C. Stater Brothers is going to be prosecuted for conspiracy to murder. They're engaged in federal stalking under Title 18. And as you see, they do so with impunity. This is the entity that is indeed demon-possessed. The entity that's engaged in this pattern of conduct, which is demonic, is speaking to what necessitates martial law, because now you are witnessing what is the pattern of conduct that a government is continuously engaging in with a level of desperation that is unlawful. And it's also relevant to what is mental illness that's a threat to the national security. They're gang stalking regardless of what is the detriment to a company, to a community, to the government, the officials themselves, and they're still engaging in that pattern of conduct. That's based on and rooted in that mental illness. This is P.O.C. It is currently, by the way, 7:19 a.m. and this is not, like I stated, at 7:15 a.m. I'm at the THEPOC on Holt Boulevard, where the entity has the fake sun over me. I'm remaining at the bus stop at 537 North Euclid Avenue. I am at a plethora of places, and I'm also here at 10 o'clock, 3 hours from now, where this third party, the Caucasian female, is sitting in her vehicle. She's on surveillance camera. This is not only the means of prosecuting. The transactions that she makes with Stater Brothers is the federal RICO case, and she represents the entity. They make $1 while gang stalking me, and that is the case. Okay, and they're also not retaining profits. This is P.O.C. It is currently 7:20 a.m. This is monitoring. They're all walking in. Engineer light. And on the inside of the store, I'm being touched with light. Okay, this is what he noticed, and every employee is sharing.